Yeah.
Because that most people don't even hear the signal to start with, right? They're not open to that.
I think it's as you just said, it is like hearing the signals or paying attention to them, connecting the dots, and in some way use your gifts. This is
and not to expect it to necessarily happen first time. Again, we have this fear of failure in some cultures more than others. But for a lot of people, they don't act because they're fearful of, well, what are other people going to say? What are people going to think if I change my job and actually go and do something I love, right? Some people could be working in a factory, but saying, you know what, I really want a little cafe on the beach. Right? Many people have that dream. Right?
But that's more like a postal image that we all have, right? Like having a margarita, sitting on the beach.
What's that musical, In the Heights, about Puerto Rico? About that. La Suena, is it the dream or whatever in Spanish? Yeah.
Andrew, there is one last question I have, but before I ask this question, is I just want to tell everybody who is watching or listening in this, the reason why we're doing this, as you can also maybe already see, is we want to impact you, the listener or the viewer, to have more joy, have a more belonging. You choose, right? You're free to choose. If you want to be with us and develop all these characteristics that we are sharing, you're welcome to. And one of the things that we want to do, or we are planning to do, is a webinar the next November 20th. I will link the description and the link below so you can join and hear more about this, because right now we're just covering the tip of the iceberg, right? So there is or I would say the secret sauce is on the other side of the webinar. So if you are like what you're hearing, just go there, register, and join us there. It's for free. And so one of the last question I wanted to ask, how can people get involved with EQ Joy?
Yeah, fantastic. Well, there are certainly multiple ways that people can get involved. And obviously it's a charity that we run. So one of the simple ways is obviously to donate. And probably in the show notes, you can add the link to the website where people can go if they do want to donate towards the cause. So that would be one way they can help. Another way, if they're actually themselves involved in non-profits, that could be a charity, it could be a school, it could be a kids club, it could be a museum. We collaborate with all these types of organizations to give them the EQ Joy game and the related materials for free. So we're happy to have these connections, to build these connections with organizations you care about, that's one of your listeners cares about. And if they connect us with people who work with those organizations, we can make that happen, right? So that would be the other way to connect. Number 3 is to amplify, right? Again, through social media, through Mexpats, through everywhere, shout about it, shout about the EQ Joy, shout about the challenge with children's mental health. We haven't even talked about how challenging that situation is all around the world. I think it's 1 in 7 children on average, according to the World Health Organization, have mental health issues, which is 200 million children, right? So EQ Joy is not going out of business anytime soon.
Just from personal experience in my family, it's happening. So my niece has some, and she's 9 or 10. So yeah, definitely it's happening.
Sorry. Yeah, no, she's definitely in the right age group, because we're focused on 6 to 10-year-olds because we believe that giving them the gift of emotional intelligence pre-teen is the key to helping them soften the challenges that they're going to face in the world. Let's admit, everybody grows up with challenges, either internal or external, and having that emotional intelligence builds resilience, which helps them make different choices and ultimately then succeed, both as teenagers but later in life.
And just to confirm, this game from EQ Joy is available in Spanish and English if they want it, right?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. We've done it in Spanish. It's not just the game. So on the website, if people go to eqjoy.org, which is the charity website, or the place where all of the information is on managing emotions, which is eqjoymasters.com. There people can go and explore the emotions. So in Spanish as well as in English. So for example, you can go to Planet Fear, and you can take your child there and read a poem about fear. You can look at some art about fear. You can listen to fearful music, and then have that conversation about, okay, well, how does fear, where does it feel in your body? Where does it manifest itself in your life? And so on the website, it's got all the questions parents should ask their kids, some of the science behind it. For those out there who love the science, they can go and read about the science of emotional intelligence. And I say, we really want to get this in Spanish as well as English, more languages coming, but we definitely wanted to help all the Hispanic kids out there. And we did a big effort to get it culturally adapted as well. So most of the music is by Hispanic or Spanish artists. The art is by also artists from that region. The poems are also culturally adapted. And we try to pick different places, like something from Peru or Colombia, not just the big countries. So hopefully everybody will find something within there, and lots of Mexican stuff to reach out to look at.
That's amazing. And again, if you want to know more about it, definitely you need to participate in the webinar, because there is more, the good stuff is behind there. So once again, I think, and I hope this is not the last time that we speak about this. Probably in the near this year or next year, we will see. But first of all, thank you very much for everything you shared here, for participating, and most importantly, for the amazing vision and mission that you are currently pursuing. I think you're making a great difference, and I'm happy to help you in everything I can. And yeah, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Dario. An amazing work you're doing as well. I'm really happy to support all the work you're doing to bring this community of Mexican expats together, not only to help themselves, but also to then to help the children back in Mexico. They're the future, right? And so let's give them the gifts to
helping
create a successful future. So amen to that. Dario, thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you, and until next time.